It's not too bad. There's lots of leaf there, but I can easily access that and pull it out. Down here it's a bit more difficult, but that's what the machine is for. Guys, welcome back to the off-grid garage here. On top of the garage today. Yeah, I'm doing a bit of spring cleaning. You can see the panels are fairly dirty here, and I've never ever cleaned them here. Well, I did clean them once actually after we installed them, probably 8 weeks afterwards or something. They look pretty much the same as they do now, so full of dust and smear, and this all gets really nasty here on top of the panel, so it's like a rough surface. You can feel the dirt. Of course, we've got bird shit over there as well, leaves, some twigs. And here these panels are really dirty. Look at these ones here. Yeah, as I said, I've bothered cleaning them once, and this was like 3 years ago after we installed them here. We had pure sunshine for days, so I had the same weather conditions every single day. Measured one day, cleaned them, measured the next day, zero difference. So I'm not sure if I wipe them off again here, just because it looks cool, or because from an energy perspective, it makes no difference at all. Nothing, zero, nada. Yeah, if there's bird shit on it or some leaves on top of it, there's no decrease in performance of these panels. Yeah, and you would think, especially down here at the bottom of these panels, where the water and dirt accumulates and then the water evaporates and leaves all the dirt behind. This is good 300-400 mil of a stripe of dirt, each on the panels there as well. You can see it, right? You would think this takes power away, but it doesn't really. It doesn't make a difference. At least nothing I can measure with my devices. So not sure if it's actually important to clean this all up here, because it takes such a long time. So I probably scrape this off a little bit here, just for my own sake. Clean up all the leaves here underneath and underneath the panels as far as I can reach. And everything else I leave as it is and leave it to the wind to clean up. I'll try to get as much, look at this much leaf here. This is actually the only time when you can knee here on this roof, otherwise you barbecue on your knees. Look at all these leaves here. Cleaning the gutter at the same time. Not that we expect any rain or so in the next couple of days or weeks even. Look at all the grass, it's all burned. Nothing grows at the moment. This is how spring looks like here in our area. It's disgusting. It's the most devastating time. So much nicer in fall, because we get all the rain during summer and then everything is green, nice and lush. But over winter, usually no rain, and this is how it looks like then. Everything's super dry. And of course the eucalyptus, they throw their leaves off if it's too dry. And this is what we have here then. Alright, first section cleaned. Section in terms of panel string sections. 2 panels are a string and 5 of these strings are in parallel. Works so much better if they would be all in series. 30% more performance when you do it like this. Because all these panels have bypass diodes, but this is a scam. They only kick in under certain circumstances, and if they are not kicking in, you have a high resistance in a series of panels and the whole string will not perform well. Well, I don't have these issues. This is almost like a micro inverter system now. All my panels are in parallel. If one is shaded, doesn't matter. The other ones perform 100%. But anyway, yeah, we've got one section cleaned now. I take the broom and pull all the leaves down underneath as well, clean this roof up, clean the gutter at the same way, and 4 more to go on this side, right? I've got these panels here, I've got the other side, and I've got the big shed as well then. Keeps me busy the whole day probably. And I believe we will get some more sunshine during the day. The clouds are getting thinner and thinner. Oh wow, I need to hurry up. Oh, this is the best. Oh, that looks really nice and clean. So I cleaned underneath all these panels, cleaned underneath these panels, cleaned this gutter, cleaned the other gutter there at the end of the carport, cleaned the whole roof. Everything is nice and clean. All right, next side. I am finally done. Cleaned the east side here as well. All the panels underneath, super clean. Gutter, super clean. There's still no rain on the radar. And I can actually prove to you that I've never cleaned under these panels here, because here's still some installation material the Sparky has forgotten when they installed the system here a few years ago. And so this was still stuck under the panels. Never ever cleaned them in 3.5 years. So one more roof to go, and this one is the hardest. Non-alcoholic. I'm not drinking beer during work. Ice cold from the Spat fridge. Thank you so much for all your donations. I have used some of the money to restock the fridge. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, my friends, now I'm really ready. I had a bit of an issue with these panels here. Yeah, here you can see it actually pretty good over there. Whoever installed these panels here back then left a bit of a loop there in the cabling where the two panels join for one string. And the loop is actually so wide it touches the roof under the panel, and this is where all the leaves were accumulating. And I had several areas under these panels where I couldn't get the leaves out. So I had to go back on the roof with a long pole and push this all through. So I had to clean the gutter again the second time because there was still so much. But now everything is, yeah, there you can see the connectors as well, how they make a loop. And not as nice connected as these ones. So it must have been a different person here from the team. All right, my friends, and anyway, it took me several hours to clean up the roof here and the solar panels underneath on solid ground. Ah, feels so good. Second wheelbarrow full of leaves just from these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roofs. But yeah, apparently every 3 years or so I have to do this in spring and clean this all up. But this was actually a very long intro now, no? Because I'm not expecting you watching me cleaning my gutters or under my solar panels and everything. So tomorrow morning we will install a tool on these solar panels which apparently cleans them automatically. But not tomorrow morning, the day after tomorrow morning. Nice. It must be close to Spat o'clock. Finally we got some rain. But this is actually bad today because we want to go back on the roof. But not if it's raining. We have to wait. At least we are making 1500 watts from solar in this weather. I promised you to do the video the day after tomorrow. Well, it's actually been a week now since I made the last video just a few seconds ago. And since then we had a massive storm coming through and the roof looks like shit again. All the gutters are filled up with leaves again. Not as bad as it was before, but still it is not as clean anymore. But that's just the name of the game, right? You're washing all your undies and the next day. Yeah, especially yesterday we had the most terrible weather for a very long time. It was 40 degrees, very strong wind with very high wind gusts. It felt like an hairdryer into your face, you know. You could hardly open your eyes and it was hard to breathe. And we had leaves and twigs and branches everywhere in the yard. And we also had this fire haze or whatever it was in the west. And it smelled a bit like smoke in the afternoon. And the sun had this really strong red color. So I'm not sure if there were only bushfires further west. But additionally, this hot air was filled with smoke as well. It was just a terrible situation. So I didn't go back on the roof yesterday because of all this weather, and you wouldn't be able to hear me anyway with all this wind. Yeah, as you have seen, I've done it anyway. I've cleaned the solar panels, but only these two here, because we want to do an experiment with a product which is on the market for quite a while. Yeah, I just took a sponge and some soapy water and wiped this all off, and you could really feel this rough surface coming off of the solar panels. Maybe you can see here how stained they look like, right? This is all... Look at this, how dirty they are. Yeah, and it's always a lot of work, especially if you have more rows of solar panels. They are hard to reach, you can't get where they connect, and you can only lean and press on these panels by so much. And I've tried with some kind of floor mop as well, and the dirt doesn't come off, and you have to really put a lot of pressure on it. It is not easy to clean these panels. And then you need fresh water as well to get rid of all the soap stuff. It's just to... now it starts dripping again, so we have to hurry up to install this new gadget. And I bought a bag of 10 of these ones here, and you may recognize this already. These are these plastic clips which clip onto a solar panel, and they promise to clean the bottom of your solar panels there where this little pocket is, where all the dirt always accumulates. And they promise to siphon this puddle and get rid of the excess water and the dirt. They're very cheap, but I have never used them. They come in different sizes, obviously, and you need to order the right... here it says 35. There it says 35. So this is the height of your solar panel frame, and apparently they just clip on like this. So when water is accumulating, they actually funnel the water between the clip and the frame. Oh, it's already dripping. It's already doing something. Okay, interesting. And they claim to get rid of the water here, which accumulates at the frame, and take all the dirt with them. Okay, let's see here. Here's a puddle and some dirt. So we put one here, and immediately we can see how the water gets... Oh, look at all the dirt as well. Look at this. Wow, that seems to work. You can see the dirt there. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, we probably 5. So we put one in the middle, one in this corner, and one in this corner, and see what happens. So over here somewhere, maybe? Maybe a bit further this way. This is where all this shit accumulates. So, and I have cleaned 2 of these panels, but we want to put these clips only on one panel and leave the other one as it is. They are both cleaned now, they are both the same. They're both starting with the same cleaningness. And after a while we want to see if this one is actually cleaner, especially here at this bottom pocket frame situation, and if there's again dirt on this panel here. Okay, let me get some fresh water and clean all this soap water off, and then we start the test. Interesting, the dirt is still moving there. Look at this. All this fine dust. But this is now washed off. Does a small plastic part from China make all the difference? Wow. Now you want to see if this actually gets rid of all the water excess here. Look at this. Looks like it's working. Yeah, and the puddle disappears. There's water, here's not. 2 very clean, nice and shiny solar panels. One with the clips, one without. There's a rain coming down again. It is probably good. Not the best situation to walk on a metal roof. Look at this. Okay, I will now do the same here on this side as well. I will clean 2 panels, and one gets the clips, the other one doesn't. And the same on this side and the same over there. But I won't do it while it's raining. It's just too dangerous here to walk on the roof. So we have to wait until tomorrow or this afternoon, whenever this stops here. Okay, let's put 2 on this panel here as well, and immediately it works. Wow, that is a bit impressive. Yeah, there you can see it. It's running down and pulling all the dirt with it. Look at this. I'm a bit impressed. So I've installed these clips on the first panel here as well, on the carport. So I cleaned both panels. Yeah, because this is a flat roof, it's fairly safe to walk on it, even if it is wet. But the good thing with the weather is now I don't need to flush off this soapy. The rain will take care of it. So my friends, I've now finished installing these little clips to all our solar panels. Garage east roof is finished. The big shed I've put 2 on. And of course the good old tilt system on the house roof as well. I actually don't think we need them over there because the panels are a bit on the tilt as well. So not only tilt this way vertically, but horizontally as well. So the water is actually running off to one corner anyway. But nevertheless, I've put 2 of these clips on one of the panels so we can compare this over time. And I've done exactly the same on the other panels as well. 2 panels are cleaned, 1 panel has got the clips. And I didn't bother cleaning the whole panel anymore. I cleaned only a small part in the bottom area of the panel. Made sure this little pocket in the corner is really clean. Yeah, and now we just have to wait. Yeah, we had a bit of a rainy day yesterday, so let's have a look at the already installed panels and clips. Maybe there's already something to see, I don't know. So this is garage west roof. We've got 1 clips here, 1 over there. I took away the middle one. All the panels have only 2 clips. Yeah, and this looks pretty clean to me. There's no dirt, nothing. Let's see the other panel without the clips. Yeah, same. No dirt. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing to... Hey, look at this shit. There it is. Maybe it was him. This was on purpose. This was a perfectly clean panel. And now we've got this trace of shit here all the way down. I mean, you must be aiming really, really good and release your payload at the right moment to make such a trail of shit on the panel. Jeez, you can't win. Okay, here on the carport, this all looks clean, as well as on the other side here as well. So there's not much different after 2 days. But as I said in the beginning, I could never actually measure any difference at all between dirty and clean panels. And because I've got these combiner boxes up there, I can actually separate all the 5 strings on one roof side. Clean one string, let the other one dirty, and then compare. And there was no difference showing in the MPPT. There was the same amount of power from each of the strings. Honestly, I don't think these plastic clips will make a big difference. Because they don't clean your whole panel, they only clean this little pocket in the bottom area of this panel. That's all. Get rid of the excess water and supposedly take all the dirt with it. But what for? And the steeper your roof is, the more likely it is you don't have this problem at all. My panels are fairly flat, they've got between 10 and 15 degrees, so they're really optimized for summer. Well, they just follow the roof angle. And yeah, as you have seen, there is some dirt building up in this frame at the bottom of the panel. But let me know in the comments down below if you are cleaning your solar panels frequently and if you see any increase in power, in output, in performance afterwards. And how often do you clean your panels? Do you use these little clips as well? There are actually companies here in Australia who are offering you to clean your solar panels frequently. Neighbor. Well, and I'm not even sure how long these plastic clips will actually last, because they're getting fairly hot on the roof, and I think over time they get brittle, break off, or deform so they're not functioning anymore. But fair enough, you can get them in stainless steel as well. If you want to try this yourself, I link both types of these clips down in the video description. So let me know if you are using them for a while and what your experience is with that. Alright my friends, so far this gap filler video here. Thanks for watching me cleaning my gutters and roofs. And I met my Sparky yesterday and got all the equipment I need to run the cables from the battery shelf all the way across the ceiling to the other side of the battery room. So finally we've got all the equipment here to make the final installation. He's such a good man. He had all the material in stock. So I'll show you in the next video how we do that. Alright my friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your amazing support here. Everything you are doing here is great support for the channel and helps me out to stay independent. Thank you very, very much. And until the next video, guys, when we do the final installation in the battery room. Until then, guys, you stay charged, stay safe, and thanks again for watching. See you then. Bye-bye.